I'm here at St Neots' first ever Disability Awareness Day with event steward Liz Owen from Access in St Neots. Liz, tell us a little bit about what this is today at the Priory Centre.
Well, it's our first ever Disability Awareness Day, which is basically including a lot of local support groups, charities. It's to promote awareness of whether you've got a disability yourself and you want to find out what's available in the area for you to do, or whether you don't have any disability and you just want to know really what's around. So it's lots and lots of different groups, all cover Cambridgeshire and Huntingdonshire.
What sort of groups are represented here today?
Oh, we've got everyone from the County Council, from the libraries and the support services. We've got Little Miracles, AJM Healthcare, Access Able, Switch Now, Samaritans, Age UK, Upside Down Sports Club, obviously Access and St Neots, all sorts of mental health charities. Yeah, we're covering quite a lot. There's Hunts Blind, Cambridgeshire Deaf Association. The list is endless.
Why do you feel it's taken so long to actually get such an event?
I think probably because it's something that's not really, there's not been a voice that anyone's come forward and said, we need this. I don't know of any other town or city anywhere that's had something like this. It's thanks to the town council being very cooperative and saying they'd host it, and me kind of suggesting kind of all these different groups that I have come across through my time in Access and St Neots, saying, would you like to come and represent? So
basically this is the first sort of event of its kind.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Well, that's quite special for St Neots, isn't it? Yeah,
and if it's a success, hopefully we'll have it every year and it will just grow and grow. And it's also inclusive of, if you couldn't get here, then there's a lot of information online about who is here if you do want to contact people. So we're trying to make it as inclusive as possible, and I have been flyering as well, so hopefully people who can't get the information online, they can have a leaflet.
Certainly a good turn up. What do you hope at the end of 3 o'clock? What will make you happy that it's been a success?
If we've even just reached one person and they have got some kind of idea of things that they could do or support they can get for themselves or their families, that's a win for me, because I didn't realise what's out there today. I've been chatting to a lot of the stall holders, and although I'm quite involved in the disabled community, there's so much more out there, and hopefully if we just touch one person who happens to be not even aware of the event, that's definitely a win. So.
And it's not just for disabled people, because disabled people have families, they have friends, they have carers, and perhaps a lot of able-bodied person, if that's the right word to use, would do well to learn a little bit more about needs. As we've spoken over many weeks, the problems with drop curbs, problems with parking, and Santander. And I've got to say, you were very cynical when I first spoke to you about Santander.
I was. So
I've seen you in about 4 or 5 months. Some of the things you've been banging on about for a long time without any success suddenly come to fruition. That's all down to your hard work.
I suppose it's a group effort with a lot of people, but just a lot of the things are happening. The disabled parking has improved while the Market Square is shut. The automatic doors in Morrison's now work. We're getting all sorts of things happening, and I think it's also thanks to the coverage we've had from obviously yourselves at Black Cat and the town council for being so supportive, really, which is a nice change.
Well, I didn't know much about the issues until I went out with you, and it's only a small part, but I'm quite proud of the part that I've helped you play. It's not about me, it's about you. And it's about the people out there. And I know how hard you have tried to get things, and your group. And just seeing a few of those changes, the doors that were shut for 2 years that wouldn't open. Santander with the lift, they are actually taking on board, and I think that is something that Access and St Neots should be proud of, actually.
Oh, thank you. If this is the start of it, I'm quite excited by what can happen in the future, especially as there's so much to do. Always.
Disability Awareness Day, the first ever, and one of the first in the country. Bit of a hubbub, lots of people around, lots of stalls, and I bumped into Sue Shaw from St Neots St Mary's Rotary Club, or the Rotary Club of St Neots St Mary, or
yes,
the first female president. What brings you here today, then, Sue?
Well, we're very interested in the disability side, and we know Liz Owen very well, and she works so hard project, and so we're going round looking at all the stands and getting people to explain to us what they're doing or what they're hoping to do, and I think it's so important.
In a few months I met Liz, and suddenly all that hard work has come off. She's raised the profile of disabled people, and this event is down to people like her, and it's not just for their community, but it's important for the town to know what is happening.
Yes, it is. But also, you know, that everybody should know about it everywhere, and people just forget.
I think we were talking about the market square, and one of the most shocking things I discovered about that was they were talking about disabled parking, and they're doing a £15 million project without actually consulting any disabled people.
No, and people forget that, you know, when you park your car, if you've got a wheelchair or you can't walk, you've got to have space either side and at the back, so you can get in and out of your car. I mean, there's so many temporary spaces that are just not usable.
One of the big charities that you're involved with, that the Rotary Club supports, is Sailability at Grafton.
Yes.
How's that going? That presumably at the moment it's a bit quiet, isn't it?
Yes, it would be quiet, yes. It's not sort of sailing weather.
I wouldn't fancy being out on Grafton water, but you're all geared up for the spring.
Yes, and we'll get a timetable, and we'll be slotted into where we go and just help them.
Fantastic.
Help rig the boats and get the disabled people into the boats, and then a lot of them sail themselves, but there are others who have somebody with them.
Well, you bump into all the sorts of people here today at the Disability Awareness Day. They've even managed to let people in from Huntingdon. You've got your passport back, have you? I guess you had a bit of a pass because you were a St Neots resident for many years.
I was.
David Langdon Cole, ex-mayor of Huntingdon, and are you president of Hunt's Shop Mobility?
Yeah, chair.
Very active in his support for disabled in the area. We're at the first Disability Awareness Day. Apparently, this could be the very first one of its type in the country, which is pretty impressive.
It is. I mean, it's brilliant. Just going around, it's a couple of things. There's a lot. It brings lots of groups and services together in one place, so that people can come and find them. It also puts the different groups in touch with each other, really useful. But also it is raising that awareness. So from the shop mobility side, one of the things we really care about is pavement parking. It makes life really difficult for people who use scooters, wheelchairs, other mobility aids. But actually, it affects a whole load of other people that you don't consider. And there are so many issues in common. But also, it is just making it very clear to everybody that actually there's quite a lot of people out there who have got disabilities. They're not all visible. And I think Liz has done a fabulous job in organising this and putting it all together. And I think...
Wouldn't she be a great counsellor?
Oh, I think she would. I think she really would. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but I think she'd be a really good person to have involved at whatever level. Having events like this, it gives you a sort of almost sometimes a bit of a sense of, oh, we're not on our own in this. Hunt Shop Mobility is a small organisation. We're getting by, but it's always a struggle to bring in the money. We're providing useful service.
I think you use something like £14,000 a year, don't you?
Yeah.
And you lost your grant, so that needs to come in, doesn't it?
We have to raise everything. So we're always applying for grants for this, that, and the other. And it's actually saying there's actually quite a lot of other groups who are doing the same thing, and you can talk to them about, have you tried this? Have you tried that? I mean, one of the things we're actually, I was just talking about with someone else who's here, is actually the new integrated care system might be able to offer some support and things, and also where can we work with other organisations. So there's the community car share service here. Well, actually we're just chatting and saying we might be able to set something up where we advertise each other's services, and then they can get the car, and then we'll arrange it so that there is a mobility scooter ready for them straight away. We meet them. And it just makes life easier all round for them, hopefully.
At 3 o'clock when this is finished, what does Shop Mobility hope to have achieved from being here?
If more people are aware that Shop Mobility is around, is available, that would be great. At the moment we're based in Huntingdon, we've got a plan long term to expand as well, so we're doing St Neots and St Ives. We'd like people to be aware that you can take our equipment from Huntingdon and take it elsewhere in the country. And also, these are always great opportunities for us to network and see other people, and also hopefully to support Liz a bit in what she's doing in her campaigns, because she is fabulous.
I'm at the Access AWOL stall, and who am I talking to?
And Steve.
Steve is neatly coordinated with the purple dressing on his table, with his jumper and shirt and pens.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Purple is your colour. What is Access AWOL?
Yeah, so basically, Access AWOL is a website and app where you can find accessibility guides for various venues across the local area and across the UK. And the difference with our guides is it's all factual. So if you go onto the page and you find a venue nearby, it will tell you the facts of it. So it's not opinion, it's not saying whether it is accessible or not. It will say, that's the width of that door, and actually, do I get my wheelchair or can I fit through there?
Wow.
We've also neurodivergent, so actually it'll tell you about low lighting and colour contrast, if there's an accessible toilet, and there's images of that as well. So just basically a full guide of what it's like before you get there, so to kind of take the chance out of going out, and that's kind of the idea of what we say. So yeah, most people will be able to find a usage for it. A lot of people will just use it kind of to check out where they are beforehand, and it just makes going out from a person with accessibility needs just a little bit less stressful, and it's free to use. So free for the end user to kind of just log onto the app, log onto the website, and just find a guide nearby. I've also got a guide for the building today, so before you came today, you could have a quick look. Is there a toilet that's suitable for me? Can I get in? Is there a ramp? How kind of high is the gradient of the slopes as we're going in and out? So just a full accessibility guide with factual information, that's the key.
I know how important that is, because I know you were talking to Liz Owen earlier from Access Years, and I went out with her in the town and discovered some of the problems with just going for a coffee.
Yes.
Can be. So your guide, how do I access it? Where do people find it?
Yes, so just straight to the website. If you go Google search Access AWOL or accessable.co.uk, it will take you through to the website. Now you can make an account. It will ask you to create an account, which will then enable you to save guides and bookmark guides, but you actually don't need to create an account. You can just use it for free anyway. And then, you can actually download the guides as well. So if you needed to, you can download it as a PDF and print them off as well if you ever wanted to.
Are you based locally, or are you
No,
nationally?
we used to be based in Stevenage, where the offices were. Went into COVID, and obviously we all sparse to work from home, and we stayed working from home. So there's a group of us all over the country. Got about 100 employees at the moment. About 60%, 70% of them are surveyors that go to all the locations. There's about 20 of us in the partnerships team that look after and come out and do the engagement.
And how are you funded?
And through the organisations. So local authority will fund us. They will pick a number of venues, we'll visit them. NHS trusts fund us. And then actually private sector funders as well. So, and obviously universities, education universities. So it's funded by them to make their buildings more accessible for people to use them. NHS use it for kind of support them with appointments. Obviously, I think a number of times people will show to an appointment and actually can't get to the building or the area they want to get to, and it kind of helps out with that as well.
I'm here at the Voiceability stand at the Disability Awareness Day. Hello, who am I talking to?
I'm Sean Niger, a Speak Out the leader for Hudson East Council within the Speak Out Council.
Right, and very briefly, what is Voiceability?
It's like a self-advocacy organisation.
An advocacy organisation, so
Yeah.
you're trying to give a voice to
People with disabilities.
And what do you do to push to help them?
Go out to see the people with disabilities in their services or care homes or wherever they can be, to go and find them.
And this event today, is this important for you to raise your profile and to raise the profile of the work you do?
Yes, it is.
And what do you think about this event being held? Is this, because it's the first one possibly in the country, this sort of type event?
Yeah, it's very good.
And whereabouts are you based?
Our organisations, we are county based.
Right.
I know my role's like this area, but our organisation's like a whole Cambridgeshire-based organisation.
Right. And are you part of like a local authority, or are you a private, an own charity on its own?
Voiceability, we are employed by Voiceability, and they're a charity, a countrywide charity. We are funded by Cambridgeshire County Council.
Great. And how long have you been involved in it?
About 8 years.
Really? So this is something that you work hard at, do you travel around looking at places and helping people?
We try, yeah. Between me and my other colleagues in my team,
Fantastic. So what's your actual title?
Well, my role, I'm a speaker lead for Huntington East Cams.
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm Huntington.
Okay. Hello, I'm here on the Upside Down Sports Club. And what's your name?
My name's Janie.
Janie, what is the Upside Down Sports Club?
It's a multi-sports club for young wheelchair users. We take new members up to the age of 18, and we're a charity run entirely by volunteers. We meet monthly at One Leisure in St Neots for our main sports sessions, and then we also do trips and things. For example, we go to Hemel for skiing once a year. We do boat trips and things, and we'd be happy to hear from anybody potentially interested in joining us.
So what you're saying is, if there's someone out there who's wheelchair user,
primarily a wheelchair user
who wants to give a hand, and I see you've got curling things.
Yeah, we do
bowls,
curling and boccia, multi-sports football. So we have different activities every month. So there's always something for all of our wheelchair users.
And it's
to take
something
part in.
that, for all abilities and all disabilities, presumably.
It's for wheelchair users.
No, I mean, there are different levels of being a wheelchair user.
Absolutely, we'll adapt.
Different mobilities,
exactly.
That's what I was trying to say.
We heavily adapt our sport so that there's something suitable for all of our members.
What I was trying to say is, if people might be a bit concerned about coming because they don't feel that they...
We take youngsters that are power chair users, we take very independent manual chair users that can propel themselves, we take manual chair users that need an attendant to push them. All of our members have somebody there to help them take part in the activities, so some of them have got very complex needs.
And how long have you been involved, and how did you get involved?
I'm involved because my son is a member, so he joined when he was about age 6 and he's now 27.
27?
Yeah, so he's been involved for a very long time, and,
Wow.
and we've formed lifelong friendships through the club.
Wow.
Both myself and my son.
So you've been with it for 21 years?
Yeah, the club's been running a very long time.
And does he still enjoy?
He loves it. He loves seeing his friends. He's got quite a severe learning difficulty, so a lot of the games have to be adapted for him, but he really enjoys it.
So are you self-funding, or do you have grants? How do you survive, and how do you keep going?
We apply for funding occasionally, and we do fundraising events ourselves. But we also have some fantastic companies that choose us as their charity for the year. And Macro Art, for the last 2 years, have done some fantastic fundraising for us.
Great. Look forward to seeing you more and hearing more about you. Thank you.
So my name is Anne Pinckney, and I work for Care Micro Enterprises. So I'm a Care Micro Enterprise Development Officer, longest title in the world. But in essence, I help and I develop small agencies, so that could be anybody who is a sole trader to a very small company. To be a micro enterprise, you can't have any more than 8 full-time equivalents. And basically it's to support and enhance care options to support people in their own home if they so wish. It can be anything from that traditional package of care that people know, offering personal care support, or it could be offering that holistic home care support we term it as, which is that wraparound support that can cover anything from cleaning, gardening, picking up prescriptions, transport, socialisation, companionship, and so on.
And what do you think about this event today? How is this helping get your message across?
It's an amazing event. We've spoken to all of the partners. They're all really aware of the Care Micro Enterprises that are around now and that we've developed. There's 12 in Huntingdonshire now. There's 13 in Huntingdonshire now. And we've only been going for a few months, which is fabulous. So really we're getting our word out. We need to know if there are any small care agencies or sole traders that actually want to become part of our initiative. So we're advertising out, we can support them to create their own company.
And how can people get in touch with you to find that out?
So if you are wanting to get in contact with us, you look at the Cambridge County Council website. In the search bar you type in Care Micro Enterprise, and that will take you to our page, our dedicated page. It will explain about what the micro enterprises can do, how they can support, how you can get funding. You could be a self-funder. If you're already on receiving adult social care support, then you can get funding via adult social care. It also, there's a section on there if you want to develop your own care micro enterprise. So log on to the website and you can get in contact with us and I will be able to support you.
So that gives people real independence, the idea of actually...
Absolutely. It's that idea of, if they so wish, if they want to remain in their own home, then it's that wraparound support that can help them build their confidence to be able to do so.
We're at the Little Miracles stand, and what's your name?
It's Tina.
Tina?
Yeah.
What is Little Miracles?
So Little Miracles is a charity that was set up by a parent for children from birth to 25, and have got any additional needs, disabilities or life-limiting conditions, and we can provide various different types of support.
And what's your view of this today?
Very well attended. There's been lots of people, and it's good to get everybody's services out there for those that need it. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's been very positive for
yes.
you.
Yeah, very good.
And are you funded by grants or self-funded?
Yeah, government, grants and things like that, and fundraising, all that sort of thing.
And how many children do you sort of help? Is there a figure? Or?
Thousands, quite a lot. We've got quite a few branches.
Do you think the needs of children with additional needs are a bit like the disabled? They always come down at the bottom of the list somehow.
Well, always.
It's always an afterthought.
It's always a fight, always a fight to get what they need.
Things are going to change. You shouldn't have to keep fighting things. They should be...
You'd think in this day and age things would change greatly, but they haven't, no.
The events like this are changing the atmosphere.
Perspective,
Perspective.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. We're at the Richmond Fellowship, in prime position here, right next to the door.
Yes.
How is it? What do you do? What is the Richmond Fellowship?
The Richmond Fellowship is a mental health charity, and here in Cambridgeshire we're employed to support people with mild to moderate mental health or autism to find or stay in work.
Fantastic. What's your impression of today?
It's been really good. Nice to talk to lots of people and get to see other organisations.
This is the first one of its kind virtually anywhere in the country. Do you think perhaps this is something that should be a sort of way ahead for events?
Yeah, definitely. In-person events are the way to go.
Fantastic, thank you. I'm on the stand for Cambridgeshire Recovery Service, led by those in recovery. And what's your name?
My name's Inertia.
Inertia?
Inertia.
That's an interesting name.
Thank you.
What's that spelled?
INERTIIA.
Wow. Where's that from?
A book I read when I was 16.
Oh, right. Okay. Excellent. What is this? What is the Cambridgeshire Recovery Service?
So we work with Change Grow Live, drug and alcohol, and we support people in any stage of recovery across all of their recovery journey, primarily within the community. So we run community recovery cafes where we support people to build their recovery capital to reintegrate with society.
And people might not think that people with issues of I guess, drink and drugs, would it be?
Yes.
Are disabled or have a disability, but I guess what you're saying is that it's a mental health issue and this so much of disability just invisible to the naked eye.
Absolutely. I think drug and alcohol use and problematic drug and alcohol use doesn't discriminate. It goes across society, and it's the same as disability, whether it's physical disability or mental health or hidden disabilities. And a lot of people who have mental health issues and hidden disabilities can turn to drugs and alcohol for that self-medication, for that support and to feel better. So we may not be immediately recognisable as a service that would be supportive with disabilities, but we're here to support anybody.
And it says they're led by those in recovery, so the people who are running the organisation and helping have had experience of various issues themselves.
Many of our staff members have lived experience, and our volunteer programme really draws from people with lived experience. Both historic lived experience and recent lived experience, to give their perspective of what the treatment journey looks like and what people need locally and in general as well.
That's quite important, because sometimes it feels like people who haven't got lived experience telling people what they should be doing. It's not easy, but if you actually have a shared experience, then there's more reality to it, isn't it? For people, they can empathise perhaps with the people trying to help them.
Absolutely, it's all about mutual aid, and it's all about being peer-led. So it's oftentimes easier to speak to somebody that you know has been in a similar place. They may not have walked exactly in your shoes, but they have an experience of what that journey feels like, and maybe can empathise a little bit more.
Right, I'm here on the Health Watch Cambridgeshire stand with...
Kari, I'm the Engagement Officer for Cambridgeshire.
I'm Rewar Hussain, I'm the Engagement Officer too.
And I'm Graham, I'm Partnership Development Manager for Healthwatch.
Great. Let's start with Graham. Graham, what is Healthwatch Peterborough? What do you do?
Healthwatch Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, we are the champion for people's voice of who use health and social care. So we talk to people. So today, Carrie and Rewar have been talking to people about their experiences, and we bring all that data together and able to tell the powers that be at health or social care, this is what's happening, this is what people are experiencing when they try and use a service, and so we can try and make it better.
I guess people with disability need, or the disabled, A, they need to have a lot of health care and regular visits, but B, it's not that easy to get appointments for anyone, is it, these days?
There would be, in any service, if you've got a disability, you are going to use health more, may have interactions with social care, it depends on your condition and your situation. You're going to be a high-end user at times for things, and so you experience services and you'll see when they've been good, when things have gone not so good, when things have improved, and you'll see your own suggestions about improvements happen when we talk to the management.
Just wondering, you've been wandering around today. What's your thoughts on this event?
Brilliant.
This is the first of its kind anywhere, apparently.
Yeah, brilliant. No, it's great to be a part of, actually. We're happy to do that, and it's great to meet all the other organisations that are supporting people with disabilities locally. So we know a lot of them, we work together, so it's great to be a part of. Well done to Neots for organising it.
Fantastic. And last word with you, what do you take away from this when at 3 o'clock when it finishes?
I think we have already spoken to many people, and luckily many of them also have shared their experience of using NHS and social care services in the both positive feedback and negative. And so this will help us to pass this to the decision maker to understand which service is working and which not, and hopefully they will improve their services.
I'm on the Huntingdonshire Society for the Blind stand, and I'm with Andrea.
Hello.
I'm Andrew.
And Andrew?
Emma.
Andrew and Emma, Huntingdonshire Society for the Blind. Now, access issues anywhere is difficult for people in wheelchairs. People who sight issues, even worse, because they have got the drop curbs, uneven pavements, and generally how do you get around these days with what's going on? So what's your work here today? What's your view of what you were doing here today?
Just trying to promote the society as best we can. We've been going 100 years, so it's just over our centenary year, and we provide support to people in the old county of Huntingdonshire who are either sight impaired or severely sight impaired, or in general have just got anything wrong with their eyes. And that involves myself. I do the south of Huntingdonshire. Another outreach worker called Vicky does the northern side. So we do home visits, provide equipment. Andrea runs social clubs. Emma is office based and deals with all our finances. So there are a lot of people that are sort of forgotten, because whilst it's obvious if somebody is permanently blind, has a white cane or whatever, there are a lot of people who are sight impaired who really struggle with, as you just hinted at, differences in light. So we're just trying to get it out there that we are here, and there are a lot of things that we could assist them with equipment-wise and or sort of emotionally and socially. So really that's why we're here today.
How many people with sight issues are there in the area?
Thousands, I would say, but we have an active membership of about 600. In fact, probably more than that, split north and south. But we're trying to get better liaison relationships with the NHS and promote our work through them, through the iClinic liaison officers. So, I think it's a bit of a hidden. They call it hidden disability, and in fact, that's a really good sort of phrase for it. There's a lot of people that you would never guess have something wrong with their eyes, be it, starting with glaucoma or whatever.
Brilliant. And how's it been for you to stay here?
Well, and I'm sort of second phase, so Andrea can probably tell you
Andrea,
about
how useful has it been being here today?
No, it's been really interesting. I tend to call it more friend raising that we've been here today for. We're promoting some of our goods that we've got in our resource room back in Huntingdon. and also we've got leaflets, booklets here for people to take away, just to show them what we can do. We've met up with other charities as well that run alongside us, which is always a good thing to do because we can chat and see how they're progressing as well as ourselves. And yes, it's been a good day for everyone, I think. It's been quite busy.
What's your name?
My name's Molly, and I'm Caitlin, or Katie.
And this is Tion.
Tion, yes.
What is Tion?
It's the expert on myself, and Katie's part of the Tion team, and I am one of what they call experts. So we're autistic, and the idea is that we have designed and deliver autism training to businesses and other companies, and the difference is that it is delivered by people, autistic people, so we are the experts on ourselves. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Sum it up all right, Katie?
Whereabouts are you based?
We're based in Cambridgeshire. We have eventual plans to expand beyond just autism and neurodiversity to a wide range of experts on their own experiences. Currently we're starting with the neurodiversity, and we've delivered a number of trainings to various organisations already that have been well received. Yes.